So he broke up with me.
Why are you looking up?
I need to cry, but my foundation was $48.
Hello, can you hear me? Wake up, Chrissy! Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this, Chrissy!
Have I ever
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time.
Is a dime.
And this is a bucket. There's more.
Number 15. Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect topper.
Okay, so the topic of this video is going to be fairly stupid, but why have hundreds of people so confidently commented that squids have 6 limbs, when in fact they actually have 10? A lot of species actually have 8, just like an octopus. This all stems from the fact that people think since Squidward has squid in his name that he must be a squid. So I guess Sandy Cheeks isn't actually a squirrel, she's just an ass covered in sand. People also said that Squidward can't be an octopus because he inks in some episodes, even though both octopi and squids have ink sacs. But overall, I'm just confused on why people are trying to apply biological logic to cartoon characters when it's not present in any other character. Like Mr. Krabs is a crab, but he has 2 legs. Crabs have 8. SpongeBob is a sponge with thumbs. What even is this thing? The reason the characters look the way they do is because it's an animation. And SpongeBob has been on the air for 24 years, and 24 years ago, they had to draw every frame on a physical sheet of paper. If Squidward was designed to look exactly like an actual octopus, imagine having to animate the position of 8 different limbs and draw all of these suction. Can you please convert the measurements into metric units? No, you're on a phone, do it yourself. Anyway, here's some ancient torture methods. This one is the breast ripper. Now obviously it's very hard to guess what this is meant for based on the name, but what you would do is you would take these spiky things and then jam them in the side of either breast, and then you would put a rope through this thing and hang them from a wall. And unless you gave the people the information that they wanted, you would not be let down from there. This is the Iron Apega. Don't care if I said that right. This was a humanoid machine that was supposed to represent the King of Sparta's wife. It was given a human silhouette and draped over with the wife's clothing in order to trick people into thinking it was a person. And the way it went is the king would offer you a hug from his wife, and then the mechanism would trigger to where the arms would wrap around you and press you into these spikes that were hidden underneath the dress. A lot of people agree that this was probably just a poetic construct, and if the king did have a unique torture machine, it probably wasn't as advanced as this and was just like hyped up for the sake of making him seem more threatening. But it's still a cool concept, so I'm talking about it. This is a thumb screw. Now you can probably gather what you're supposed to do is you take the person and then you put both of their thumbs in these holes. Then you take this thing and screw it so it tightens the plate onto the thumbs. And as you can imagine, that probably would eventually suffocate your thumbs. And depending on how long you go without giving up information, your thumbs will probably turn into 2 pieces of dead flesh just hanging on your hand. And this little thing right here probably indicates that sometimes it was attached to a pulley system so that you were hoisted.
Oh, so you wanna date the mentally ill chick?
Yeah, cause who needs side bitches when you got multiple personalities?
The touchscreen works the same way as it does for those systems, but Nintendo 3DS comes with an extending stylus. Hello, little stylus.
Hello, Mario.
Sir, please don't throw hot dogs at me. I got my bachelor's for this. I'm going to hang myself. You want to talk to my manager? Dave, some bitch wants to talk.
Everything I got working for me, so eat that, peep that. I'm the one to beat, yeah. I'm the one to beat, yeah.
What did you just say to me?
I said that the British used to eat Egyptian mummies. The reason a bunch of wealthy British people, along with other Europeans, used to do this is because doctors had believed that crushing human skulls into your drink would promote good health. They thought it prevented things like strokes, seizures, headaches, and just prolonged health in general. When did they stop doing this? About 1908, but medical professionals probably said to stop doing this much earlier than that. Also, if you work hard and keep at it, in about a week you can convince somebody that they have a mental illness. One of the many illnesses you could choose from is Cotard syndrome. And that is when someone is convinced that they are dead and that their organs don't work. They feel as though they're in some sort of purgatory, and since they're convinced that they're already dead, they feel as though it's never going to end and they're never going to know release. Eventually they'll stop feeling this way, when they die. Hippos sweat red. The reason their sweat looks like blood is because it's not sweat in the same way when humans sweat in order to cool off, but it's sweat as in it's an oil that's meant to coat them, in order to provide protection from constant sun exposure, so sunscreen. And technically it only turns red due to oxidation. Also, statistically speaking, if you are a male and you were to be murdered, it's probably going to be in public. And statistically speaking, it's highly likely that you will have no idea who this person is, and they probably won't know who you are either.
Have you ever been in a car with multiple girls?
It's the most reckless thing ever.
I don't know how they think. We got the music on 98. Everyone's screaming. She's FaceTiming someone. They're having a conversation. She just butted in. They're making plans. She's eating cashews and driving all the fucking windows down, so there's hair flying everywhere. They're going 90 miles an hour. I can't think.
I feel like I'm at a Jonas Brothers concert right now.
We're missing turns. We somehow get there earlier. And then I hear, what in the f? And they're like, oh, Becky's in the trunk.
Get out! The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
What? Kicker. We're kicking the squirrel. That squirrel doesn't get away with biting my foot. I will step on it until it's pulverized into dust. 20. Boom! 17. With a 25, I should be able to punt this thing across the land.
You claim victory over the squirrel, though you're not sure why you were fighting to begin with.
I was not expecting that.